Hello. Today I'm going to look at a book on Feng Shui. The practical guide includes diagrams, floor plans and charts, expert advice, good health, prosperity, harmony. This was put out in 2013. So it's a rather large, well, thick, dense book with lots of really nice photos. So I'll read a little bit from it. I don't know too much about this subject, so I was curious. And I'll just kind of look through it together. I like this paper. It's like a heavy, glossy magazine paper almost. Here are the 5 types of energy. There's wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. There's Chinese astrology. It's a nice overview here. These are the animal signs. We've got the rat, the ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, the pig. And these are depending on when you are born. The Bagua and the magic square. Finding your magic number. Magic number. I don't know, but that you could find your own magic number. That's interesting. Feng Shui in the modern world. Feng Shui in the home. So this first section is a lot of background, overviews, helps you get an understanding of what it really is and its historical roots, and then how it's used in modern life. It even includes outside as well as indoors. Urban environment, roads and railways, rural locations. That's pretty. House styles, house shapes. Entrances, paths, and front doors. Some nice little diagrams show you different ways to place the entrances. Now we get to the interiors. This is interesting. Best and worst directions. They have little frowny faces or happy faces. Drawing your floor plan. This is if you're designing a house from scratch. doors and windows. Tied back curtains are ideal as they do not restrict the pleasant view. The seating in this room impedes access to the window and can easily be rearranged. You can see how the ends of the sofas is blocking the windows. So there's lots of like little tips for fixing things like that, which aren't too hard to do. Materials. Plants which clean the air. Lady palm, rubber plant, dwarf banana, peace lily, ivy, heartleaf, calancho, golden pothos, and Boston birds. And here's natural fabrics like wood, bamboo, wicker, rattan, coir, sisal, seagrass, metal, stone, marble, clay, ceramics. And I talk about glass and different fabrics as well. Mirrors. Mirrors do a lot of work, I think, in Feng Shui, from what I have heard. Where you place them is important, and whether they, what they look at, reflect. This is the Bagua mirror. The markings on the Bagua mirror are a kind of shorthand representing the energies of the cosmos. The do's and don'ts of mirrors. Do have frames around mirrors. Keep them clean. Replace broken ones. Reflect your whole image. Don't have joints or mirror tiles. Don't hang mirrors opposite each other. Don't place them opposite the bed or doors or directly opposite windows. They can be at an angle to a window, but not directly opposite. Here we have plants, flowers. Use plants to hide a jutting corner, move energy in a recessed corner, harmonize fire and water energy in kitchens, slow down qi in corridors, drain excess water energy in the bathroom, bring life into the house, enhance the east and southeast, and support the south. Very interesting lighting. Muslin filters the light in rooms where the sun's glare is too strong and offers privacy. Glass bricks have been used here instead of a solid wall. They can be very useful if you want to open up dark areas. Electro-stress. This is all about all the electrical gadgets and electronics and such we have in our homes now. And they don't take a very good view of that. The senses. Sight, crystals, colored glass, sound, wind chimes, water sounds are nice. Velvet furnishings, different different textures. Taste, smell. Here's the smell enhancers: fresh air, aromatic oils, plants, fresh potpourri, and fruit. I finally remembered to get some water because a lot of times when I'm doing videos I start to cough. So I think water will help. Clutter. Clutter is a big factor that for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people, that's really hard to get rid of that clutter. How to investigate your home. This is a section on halls and staircases. It's got living rooms, different seating arrangements. Fireplaces. That's a pretty room. It's very light and cheerful. Dining rooms. This wonderful dining room has a lovely view of the garden. Small shelves would protect diners from the axe-like glass overhead. Oh my goodness. That sounds rather horrifying. Sorry. I don't know if they mean literally or metaphorically. Here's kitchens. Bedrooms. This soft, dreamy room is very restful. Do not have too many books in the bedroom as they are mentally stimulating. So they advocate like a electronics-free zone, not a lot of distractions. You really want to have restful sleep. The bed positions. Here's a chart. There's different approaches to place the bed. Nursery. Even the little ones get to have proper chi in their flowing through their rooms. A reassuring first bed for a young child, as the canopy offers protection. That's kind of cute. Like the red checks. Teenagers' rooms. Bathrooms. A good balance of colors, elements, plants, and natural materials raises the energy in this bathroom. Conservatories. How many people have conservatories? This is actually a UK publication, and I get the feeling that more people in in the UK and Europe overall have conservatories than here in the USA. It's not very common here unless you're pretty wealthy, I think. Or, yeah. They're lovely though, gosh. Maybe in New York, I don't know. Let me know if you know anybody with a conservatory. Swimming pools. The home office. Clutter in the study, oh dear. Clutter can include piles of used paper, unread journals, out-of-date books, cluttered hard drive, notice boards with out-of-date information, more than 2 adhesive notes, broken equipment, and run down batteries. Here is, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a very cluttered office space. Wow, look at how that is very uncluttered. There are a lot of books, but now they say it would be difficult to work in this room. The stacked bookshelves are also reflected in the mirror and are overwhelming. I guess they are a bit heavy because I didn't realize the mirror is reflecting the other side of the room. But if you take that apart, away, the rest of it is very nice. And maybe the bookshelves are just too tall or shouldn't be filled so full. It's nice to like break them up with a little vase or photograph, something like that. Your car. You can feng shui your car. And your pets. And then they have a pretty large section on the garden. The origins of Feng Shui lie in an ancient civilization which grew their crops by tapping into the beneficial energies around them. Gardens offer us the same opportunity to connect to the natural world and the universe beyond. In the garden, we are in partnership with other living things. If we work with them, balance and harmony will follow. Chinese gardens. Plants and their meanings. Here's a little chart. For instance, cypress means nobility. Gardenias represent strength. Orchids, endurance. Pomegranates, fertility. Rhododendrons, delicacy. Interesting. Did not know that. Yin and yang in the garden. The shape of the garden. Oh, look at that. That is so nice. Little white picket fence. This white house with the red roof and trim. And there's the ocean, right? Or a lake. Something. A lake, maybe. And a nice stone patio. That's so lovely. Where to place the house on the lot if you are building from scratch. Or maybe that's... Oh, I take that back. This is designing the garden, depending on the shape of the lot. Case study. Garden features. Let's see. For the most part, we cannot determine the natural phenomena in our gardens or in the wider environment. We are, however, responsible for the plants and features we install there. With an understanding of the principles which govern Feng Shui, we can choose furniture, buildings, plants, and colors which will work in harmony with each other and the surrounding area. Paths. I love garden paths. Oh, a little wrought iron. Little wrought iron bench. So cute. Cute. Materials for paths. Stone blocks, brick, gravel, cobbles, tiles, bark, wood, concrete slabs, or grass. Boundaries. This is all about water features, fountains, rockeries, ponds. Useful shapes and colors for cornerstones. Pots and ornaments. My hand's getting tired. Statuary. Creating the garden. Choosing plants. Gardening for the senses. Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Color. Use this simple color wheel as a guide to basic color harmonies and contrasts. That's pretty. The blue wall with the looks like bougainvillea. Yeah, fuchsia. It's nice. Courtyard. Garden. Roofs and basements. Look at this little rooftop garden. That's so sweet. On this secluded roof, you would never dream you were in the city. Terraces. Wow, look at that. So nice, with a nice view. What does it say? A delightful terrace with the view framed like a picture between the plantings. That's so lovely. So here's the view, and here's the planting, some kind of shrubs or something. Flower pots, little table. You could just sit out here watch boats go by, and that's my dream. Plans for the terrace. Rural gardens. Water-wise gardens. Feng Shui office. So there's a whole section. Office, what else is there? Office energies. I think the whole last section is about the whole office. Office personalities. Office energies. Reception areas. There you can see how dated the book is by looking at the computer. That's a 10-year-old computer. So, designing the layout. So this is actual real offices. The first was home offices, and now this is workplaces. If you own a company or something, you could do this. External factors. This is kind of interesting because it looks like some really creative place where creative people work. It's like a maybe cork walls or something. There's photographs. It could be graphic designers or architects. Oh yeah, there's some like blueprints and things rolled up, and the big exposed beams. And, there's an airplane, hanging airplane. So I think not many of us can control our workspace that much, but if you're in a position to, well, this is interesting. So it even talks about like interviewing. How many of you have been in this horrible situation where you're sitting across from like 4 people or 5 people, sometimes even more, and there's just a big wall of people staring at you? It can be very intimidating. They talk about what clothes to wear, and Feng Shui can help by suggesting which colors suit us and the jobs we are seeking, so that we can use them in accessories or in the outfit we wear. This applies to both men and women. Interesting. Even the 5 elements, once you know what your element is, it actually suggests different fields. Like wood has horticulture, forestry, publishing, media. Fire has marketing, PR, fashion, law, or chemistry. Metal has accounting, banking, mining, jewelry, engineering, and appliances. Earth, agriculture, building, food, pottery, personnel, and clothing. Water has communication, electrical, fishing, transportation, travel, and health. Interesting. So if you are in one of those fields, and you can see if you're in what your if your your element matches up, which you can find out from the beginning of the book. And it even talks about business trips. Like what kind of room, if you have to rent a room for a business meeting, where to meet, how you can arrange the room and the space. Wow. When you want to dominate, choose the prime position for yourself and the vulnerable one for your client. Okay. Entertaining. When we take clients out to a restaurant, we can place ourselves in suitable positions to make the negotiation process work to our advantage. We can ensure that those we wish to score points against are placed in a vulnerable position, for example, with their backs to the door or in the path of cutting G from the corner of a pillar. There is bibliography, lots of books on particular topics like gardens, plants, general Feng Shui, astrology, space clearing, and modern Feng Shui. If we spend our days like this, you can see that picture. I bet a lot of us spend our days like that, sitting at computer terminals and office chairs. If we spend our days like this, then our leisure activities should offer exercise and time away from electrical equipment. So you can see how diverse this book is, covering so many different areas. I think if one were really interested in learning about this and starting to apply some principles of it, it seems like this would be a good book to have to start with. years progressed in cycles of 12.